Alright, good afternoon, guys. This is lesson 1 in unit 3, which is our geometry unit. We've just watched the BrainPop video, and what came out of that is the radius of a circle is 1/2 the diameter. Okay, so that's basically what we got out of the short video we watched. Now, what we're going to do is start with circumference. And what is the circumference of a circle? It is the distance around the circle. The distance around the circle. So if we drew a circle, the distance around the circle is the circumference. Now, how do we find the circumference of a circle? Here's the formula we're going to use. Circumference equals pi. When we use pi, we're going to use 3.14 most of the time, equals the diameter. From the video we watched, the diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other, going through the middle, and the radius would be half of that diameter. So there's the formula. This is what circumference actually means. Now we're going to go through a few examples. I'm not going to do all of them because I want you to try some on your own after I go through a couple. So we're going to start on this page. I'm going to start with question 2. Okay, it says find the circumference of a circle with an 8 centimeter radius. And I put the formula right here from the previous page. Now the radius is given for this circle. We need the diameter. Again, diameter is all the way across, and we're given the radius. So the diameter for this problem is going to be 16 centimeters. So let's plug it in. We said 3.14 times the diameter, which is 16. So basically all we need to do is multiply those two. So I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to say 3.14 times 16, and the circumference is 15.24 centimeters. Now the main thing to remember out of this question is the radius is given in the problem. We need the diameter for the formula. So if the radius is 16, the radius is 8, the diameter is double that, 16. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next page. Now we have pictures this time. I'm also going to start with 15. I'm going to start with 5, I guess. Now this is the diameter, which is 9. Formula. So the diameter is given this time. So all I have to do is solve it. We'll write it a little bit different this time. So all I have to do on the calculator is 3.14 times 9. And that gives me circumference of, and it's again in centimeters. Okay. Now, this one particular picture, the diameter is given. You notice on 4 and 6, the diameter is not given in the problem. So I want you to be able to figure that, how to solve 4 and 6 by using question number 5 as a guide. Now we're on word problems. I'm just going to pick the middle one again. Now pay close attention to this word problem. Let me put the formula down again. Always write the formula when you go to a new page or new assignment. The circumference of a circle is 69.8. What is the radius? Okay, this difference between this one is there's no picture and the circumference is given. So I'm going to again plug the numbers in the formula. There is the circumference. There's my equal sign. Now it's asking for the radius the radius is not part of our formula. Rewrite it again, 3.14. So we don't even know what the diameter is yet, and they're asking for the radius. So if you look at this as an equation from last year, you know that you got, this is a multiplying equation, so you're going to have to divide. So I'm going to have to divide 3.14 into 69.08, which is the circumference. So let's do that. Divided by 3.14 is 22. I'm going to do that one more time just to make sure I got my numbers typed in correctly. Divided by 3.14. I got, again, 22. Now 22 is the diameter, but again, it's asking for the radius. So we know the radius is half the diameter, so the radius is 11. Okay, see how important it is to plug the numbers in the formulas and bring it down? Take the time to do that, please. So those are three situations where you might find a problem, a circumference problem. You might have a picture, you might have a word problem, you might have to back it up and find the radius from the circumference. Remember, always write down the formula. So I'm going to have you practice the rest of the problems that we did not, and use the problems that I did as a guide to help you with 1 through 9.